Okay, good morning, students. You're on to Mathematics Made Easy, grade 8 class, and good to have you back, and nice to see you online. My name is Mr. Jarvis, and I'll be taking you through a new topic today. A new topic. Today we're going into a topic called bearing and distance. So we start. Today is the 13th day of July 2020. And the subject for consideration is mathematics. Interesting. And this is grade 8. And the topic is bearing and distance. Bearing and distances, as some writers would say. Now, our book of focus is New General Mathematics, grade 8, and bearing and distance is found on page 212 of your textbook, 212 of your textbook, 212 of your textbook, bearing and distance, 212 of your textbook, chapter 24 to be precise. All right. So we are on. So let's turn to 212 of your textbook and we'll start off from there. If you're there, all right, you're there. So when we talk about bearing, essentially we're concerned with direction. And two important parameters are important in this topic: the concept of distance and also the concept of angle. In fact, every bearing is described in terms of the distance and the angle. So let's get that. Every bearing is described in terms of the distance and the angle. We're starting, so I want you to pay very close attention to this topic. All right. Now, another key information you must take note of as we look at this topic of bearing is the idea that there are two types of systems when we talk about bearing. We have what is called the compass. Some books we call it the surveyor system. That what is called the compass, and there's what we call the three-angle or the three-figure bearing. But we'll start with the compass system, which is a very easy one. The compass system takes into consideration that all angles are measured with respect to an established knot position. If you've seen the movie, The Pirates of the Caribbean, my favorite character there, Captain Jack Sparrow, is always holding something called a compass. Now the compass, beautiful. The compass helps him to find his way even in a place he doesn't know much about. But the compass works with a very simple principle. It works with a due north position. So once you're able to know your north, you can navigate and be able to tell where you are, things like that. It's a very important tool used by old-time people who were into military and exploration and things like that. It's such an interesting topic if you would pay attention to understand the sensitive details of it. But since we are doing mathematics, I'll try to restrict my narrative to just the mathematics aspect of this. Now look at this. We have a system called the compass system. So we call the compass system. Now, up is north, right is what? East. This is west, and this is what? South. So that's why we say that there are 4 compass directions. So there are 4 compass direction or directions. We have the north, we have the east, we have the west, and we have the south. In fact, the word you call news, the word news comes from this: north, east, west, and south. Somebody has added something to your knowledge today. News means what information from the north, from the east, from the west, and from the south. So this is what you must take note of. Now, we know from our basic mathematics that angle at a point is what? 360 degrees, is that not? So angle at a point is what? 360 degrees. Angle at the point is 360 degrees. And now the placement of all of these are at right angle to one another, or right angle to the preceding direction to the left or right of it. That's the right thing to say. If I pick the north, the direction west and the direction east are 90 degrees or are perpendicular to what? The north position. So what that means is that if I'm to draw another diagram, I'm going to be drawing a lot in this class, so I expect everybody to be with their pencils and ruler. Now, you discover that if this is north, this will be 90 degrees. From here to here will be 90 degrees. Let me just write that here. So from here to here will also be 90 degrees. From here to here will be 90 degrees. And from here to here will also be what? 90 degrees. So please take note of that. So we would say that these are the 4. So these are the 4 main points on the compass. So these are the 4 compass directions. So these are also regarded as the 4 main points of the compass. The 4 main points of the compass. 4 main points of the compass. The 4 main points of the 4 main points of the compass. All right. So we have the north, we have the east, we have the south, we have the west. Now, in between this compass or in between these directions, we have descriptions. There are descriptions we can make. For instance, we can have north-east. We can have north-west. We can have south-east. And we can have what? South-west. So it means that when we are describing any direction from the north towards east, it will be called northeast. When we're describing any point to the left towards west, it will be northwest. And we're describing any point from the south, we'll start from the south either to the west or from the south either to the east. But that notwithstanding, we have exact points for these ones. So please watch carefully. This is north, this is east, this is south, and this is west. There is a defined point where it is exactly. So this will be northeast, exactly 45 degrees. So it's a bisector that cuts this into 2 equal angles. So this will be 45, this will be 45 degrees. Same things are applicable here. Then I have another one that does same thing here. This will be southeast, and this will be southwest. Exactly 45 degrees. Exactly what? 45 degrees. So all of this will be 45 degrees distance. 45 degrees, 45 degrees, and 45 degrees. Take note of these descriptions now. All right. So everything will be 45 degrees all round. I want you to take pains to watch this because this is where the work begins. So let me allow you digest it. Once you're set, we will now go to exercise 24A. I trust you have answers for me now, so let's look at that. I'm seeing some of your chats. Let's see. All right, good. All right, okay, let's try them together. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's try them together and see what we are going to get. Now, exercise 24A. Question 1. Do the following and state the final direction that you are what? Facing, or that you face. Face north, turn, face east rather, turn an angle of 180 degrees. Look at it. This is 1A. You are standing east. East is this direction. Turn 180 degrees. Where would you face? You're going to face west. I seen that. B, so your answer will be what? West. Now for B, it says face east. Turn 45 degrees right. 45 degrees right. Right means this way. I hope you know. Right will not be this direction. Right will be like turning down. So what you are going to get will be a direction that is what? Northeast. Is that clear? All right. Now let's go to C. C says face east. And then turn 90 degrees to your right. Now, when you turn to your right, you're facing your, now look at it, if I'm like this now, turn to your right, how would you turn? You will go like this, means rightwards turn. If they say left, this is your left, you go in your left direction. Do you get it? So with that, if you go with that, 90 degrees will take you to south. Is that clear? Is that clear? Did anybody fail that? Okay, let's go to the next one. Now let's go to the next one. D. It says what? Face east. Now, always indicate the north. Anytime you draw this, always indicate the north. Say face east and turn 90 degrees to your left. This is the direction of movement. 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 So to your left, it will be what? Answer will be north here. Answer will be south here. And answer will be what? Northeast here. Northeast. Did I say northeast? Sorry. And nobody even made comments to that. It's south. This will be south. Southeast. Come on, students. That's southeast now. Nobody even made a comment to it. All right. So that's how the answer is going to look like. Now, let's go to question 2. Question 2 says, what is the angle between these directions? Our advice is to draw them out. They say between north and south. Draw north and south and then check the angle. So do that now, and I'm going to give you 5 to 10 minutes to finish that exercise. How do we go about answering question 2? How do we go about answering question 2? Very simple. Question 2A. It says north and what? South. So find what is the angle between these directions. You will draw. North is up, south is down. So what's the angle between the direction? Angle on a straight line is what? It's 180 degrees. And that is settled. B, is that the angle between west and east? East is here, west is here. What's it? 180 degrees again. Question C. Northeast and east. I hope I'm right. Northeast and east. What you need to do, first of all, locate where your east is. Locate your north. We said that northeast is between north and. So what will be the angle is this one, and it will be what? 45 degrees. So you see, you must draw. You must draw. The understanding of this topic will come from your willingness to draw. Now, question D. North and west. How do you do that? You locate your north. West is in this direction. North, west. So the angle between it will be what? 90 degrees. That's it. Question E says what? East and what? Southwest. Very simple. You start. You locate your south. That's your south direction. South. Now, where is your east? Where's your west? Where's your southwest? What's the angle? 45. What's the angle here? 90. So the whole of this is what they're asking you to look for. And that will be 90 plus 45, which will be 135 degrees. Are you seeing that? Then we come to question F. What is said in question F? Southwest and west. Southwest and west. So the first thing you do, where's your south, your west? Where's your south? Where's your southwest? It's in between this. This angle is 45 degrees. This angle is also 45 degrees. But remember they said between southwest and west. So the whole of this angle, and the answer is what? 45 degrees. That's what you're looking for. 45 degrees. G. It says north and northwest. So you draw your north first. First thing you draw will be your north. Where's your west? Where's your northwest? Somewhere between north and west. What's the angle between them? So between north and northwest is this one. This is what you are concerned with, 45 degrees. So this one is 45 degrees. This one is also 45 degrees. Now we come to the last one, H. H says northeast. H says northeast and southwest. Northeast and what? Southwest. Northeast and what? Southwest. So how do you do that? Northeast and southwest. North. You need to know your north and your south to be able to handle this. This is your north. Okay, maybe we should go to a fresh page. Let me go to a fresh page so that we'll be able to see the diagram properly. H will be northeast and southwest, right? So this is north and this is south. So this is west. So this will be southwest. Now this is east. This will be northeast. So this angle is 45 degrees. Now the bearing between northeast and what? Southwest. You discover that northeast and southwest are on a straight line. So the whole of it, either in this direction or in this direction, is correct, and the answer is 180 degrees. So the distance, the direction northeast slash southwest is equal to what? 180 degrees. So that's what we have worked on today. I will trust that you go back and review them. Go back and review what we have done today. And I'll be giving you some work to do. So once the work arrive, take care of them, and that'll be that for this class. So I'll pause for questions.